On April 17, 2017, as he began a 10-day trip to Asia, Pence traveled to the demilitarized zone. Pence told reporters Trump was hopeful of China using extraordinary levers to get North Korea to abandon its weapons program and declared that the era of strategic patience is over. On June 13th, North Korea released Otto Warmbier, an American captive. According to Secretary of State Tillerson, the State Department was behind negotiating Warmbier's release. 6 days later, Warmbier died after his parents requested the removal of his feeding tube. On August 5th, the United Nations passed Resolution 2371, imposing sanctions on North Korea targeting the country's primary exports and other streams of revenue. The sanctions came in response to continued ballistic missile tests on North Korea's part that violated previous UN sanctions. On August 8th, North Korea issued a regional statement declaring the UN sanctions as fabricated, charging the UN with abusing its authority, and stating it was ready to teach the United States a severe lesson in the event that America took military action against them. The following day, August 9th, while speaking to reporters at the Trump National Golf Club, Trump declared North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen. On September 19, 2017, Trump delivered his first speech to the United Nations General Assembly.
If this is not twisted enough, now North Korea's reckless pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles threatens the entire world with unthinkable loss of human life. It is an outrage that some nations would not only trade with such a regime, but would arm, supply, and financially support a country that imperils the world with nuclear conflict. No nation on earth has an interest in seeing this band of criminals arm itself with nuclear weapons and missiles. The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime. The United States is ready, willing, and able, but hopefully this will not be necessary. That's what the United Nations is all about. That's what the United Nations is for. Let's see how they do.
On March 8, 2018, a South Korean delegation came to the White House to report its most recent discussions with North Korea, a conversation CNN described as the most significant talks between the two countries in more than a decade. In April 2018, newly minted United States National Security Advisor John Bolton confirmed the White House was looking at how the U.S. handled relations with Libya as an example of its dealings with North Korea. 3 weeks later, during a Fox News interview, Vice President Pence admitted North Korea could end up like Libya if Kim Jong-un doesn't make a deal, and warned the head of state would be making a grave mistake to play Washington before meeting with Trump. North Korea Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs Cho Sun-hu said that as a person involved in the U.S. affairs, I cannot suppress my surprise at such ignorant and stupid remarks gushing out from the mouth of the U.S. Vice President, and called Pence a political dummy for comparing Libya to North Korea. Days later, on May 24th, the White House released a letter Trump wrote to Kim canceling their meeting. The letter read in part, I was very much looking forward to being there with you. Sadly, based on the tremendous anger and open hostility displayed in your most recent statement, I feel it is inappropriate at this time to have this long-planned meeting. Therefore, please let this letter serve to represent that the Singapore summit, for the good of both parties, but to the detriment of the world, will not take place. A week later, on June 1st, Trump met with a North Korean official who delivered a letter from Kim Jong-un. Trump afterward announcing the meeting with Kim would indeed take place. Notably, he said, I think you're going to have a very positive result in the end. On June 12th, Trump and Kim met in Singapore. they signed a joint statement affirming new peaceful relations in addition to the U.S. guaranteeing security for North Korea and follow-up negotiations that would be held between high-level officials from both countries.
Thank you very much. So we're signing a very important document, a pretty comprehensive document, and we've had a really great term together, a great relationship. I'll be giving a news conference at 2:30, which is in a little bit less than 2 hours, and we'll discuss this at great length. In the meantime, I believe that they'll be handing it out on behalf of Chairman Kim and myself, and we're both very honored to sign the document. Thank you. Would you like to say something to the press?
우리는 오늘 역사적인 이 만남에서
We had a historic meeting and decided to leave the past behind, and we are about to sign a historic document.
세상은 아마 중대한 변화를 보게 될 것입니다.
The world will see a major change.
오늘과 같은 이런 자리를 위해서 노력해 주신 트럼프 대통령께 사의를 표합니다.
I would like to express my gratitude to President Trump to make this meeting happen.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay.
Mr. President, did he agree to denuclearize first?
We're starting that process very quickly, very, very quickly. Absolutely.
Mr. President, 100% denuclearization?
Did you talk about auto warm beer, sir?
Mr. Kim, did you agree to give up your nuclear arms?
You'll be seeing everything in just a little while. The letter that we're signing is very comprehensive, and I think both sides are going to be very impressed with the result. A lot of goodwill went into this, a lot of work, a lot of preparation. I want to thank everybody on both sides, Secretary Pompeo and all of his counterparts. They were absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. It's fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you a little bit later. And we're very proud of what took place today. I think our whole relationship with North Korea and the Korean Peninsula is it's going to be a very much different situation than it has in the past. We both want to do something. We both are going to do something. And we have developed a very special bond. So people are going to be very impressed. People are going to be very happy. And we're going to take care of a very big and very dangerous problem for the world. And I want to thank Chairman Kim. Spent a lot of time together today, very intensive time. And I would actually say that it worked out for both of us far better than anybody could have expected. I think far better. I watched the various news reports. I would say far better than anybody even predicted. And this is going to lead to more and more and more. And it's an honor to be with you. Very great honor. Thank you. Thank you to all of your representatives very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Will you invite Chairman Kim to the White House?
Absolutely, I will.
Mr. Kim, would you like to come to Washington?
Thank you.
The following day, Trump tweeted, "Before taking office, people were assuming that we were going to war with North Korea. President Obama said that North Korea was our biggest and most dangerous problem. No longer sleep well tonight." At the start of 2019, an assessment by the American intelligence community determined that North Korea was unlikely to forfeit its nuclear weapon capabilities. directly contradicting Trump's rhetoric of the country's commitment to denuclearization since the June summit. In February 2019, Trump met with Kim at a summit in Hanoi. At the end of the month, the White House announced the summit was canceled after the U.S. and North Korea failed to reach an agreement in their negotiations. In support of Trump, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham said he was encouraged there are plans to continue talking and furthered, "We must not go back to the status quo. If negotiations fail, it would be time to end the nuclear threat from North Korea, one way or the other." On June 30th, Trump became the first sitting U.S. president to step on North Korean soil when he and Kim Jong-un shook hands. The pair then attended a bilateral meeting that lasted over 40 minutes.
Hey, I'm over here. I want to call Chairman Kim. And we got to meet, and stepping across that line was a great honor. A lot of progress has been made. A lot of friendships have been made, and this has been in particular a great friendship. So I just want to thank you. That was very quick notice, and I want to thank you.
내가 지금 얘기하고 싶은 거는 아주 무한한 영광이다라는 얘기입니다. 내가 G20에 왔다가 한국에 오게 되니까 그런데 김 위원장한테 전화를 하고 연락을 해서 한번 만나야 되겠다라고 했습니다. 그러니까 오랜 통보를 하지 않았는데도 즉각 응답해 주셔서 대단히 감사드립니다. 우리는 지금까지 아주 엄청난 많은 진전을 이루었다고 생각합니다. 그리고 영광입니다.
So we're going to go inside. We're going to talk for a little while about different things, and a lot of really positive things are happening, and I'm glad you could be here to see it. But tremendous positivity, really great things are happening, and in a lot of places. But we met and we liked each other from day one, and that was very important.
조금 있다가 우리가 시간을 보내서 서로 그 얘기를 좀 할 예정입니다. 지금까지 우리는 대단한 그러한 진전을 이루었습니다. 우리는 서로 만나자마자 서로 아주 느낌이 좋았습니다. 그리고 서로 좋아하고 있습니다. 아마도 많은 진전을 이룰 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I would invite him right now. To the White House.
On October 6, North Korea announced it would not meet with the United States for what it called more sickening negotiations until America ended its hostile policy toward the DPRK, also accusing the U.S. of spreading a completely ungrounded story that both sides are open to meet again. On June 12, 2020, the second anniversary of Trump and Kim's meeting in Singapore, Foreign Minister Ri Sun-gwan declared, "Never again will we provide the U.S. chief executive with another package to be used for achievements without receiving any returns." Ri charged Washington with being hell-bent on only exacerbating the situation, and he said that there is nothing of factual improvement to be made in the North Korea-U.S. relations simply by maintaining personal relations between our supreme leadership and the U.S. president. In August 2020, a UN-appointed independent panel of experts released a report that read, "The Democratic People's Republic of Korea is continuing its nuclear program, including the production of highly enriched uranium and construction of an experimental light water reactor. A member state assessed that the DRPK is continuing production of nuclear weapons, and the unnamed country claimed that North Korea may seek to further develop miniaturization in order to allow incorporation of technological improvements such as penetration, aid packages, or potentially to develop multiple warhead systems." According to CNN, though not responding directly to the 2020 report, U.S. Ambassador to the UN Kelly Craft told a gathering at the Aspen Institute on Tuesday that U.S. policy toward Pyongyang hasn't changed and that the U.S. still seeks denuclearization in the region.